You caught me. Good morning. Hello. Welcome. Welcome to Morning Coffee. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. My phone has this way of just like starting the recording when I didn't even consciously prompt it to. I didn't do any physical action. I could do a hand gesture and it'll start and everything like that, but sometimes it just starts on its own. So there you go. All right, well, welcome to Morning Coffee. Thank you so much for tuning in. Y'all know the drill. Timeless. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. All that good shit. Let's get into this and see what we've got for today. Hi, Spirit. Please make me a clear channel for the collective at this time. Please bring forward the best messages to serve our highest good and the highest good of all involved. Please clearly show us what it is we need to see, tell us what it is we need to hear, and enlighten us to that which it is we need to know so that we may be empowered to live our very best and highest vibrational lives. Thank you so very much, Spirit. So if any of you are wondering why I giggle like that after the prayer, it's because, or like after I say hi, Spirit, it's because they respond. Like today, this time they said, they leaned in and they said, yes, Eric, and it kind of tickles. Kinda. No, it definitely tickles. That's why I laugh. Okay, so, oh God, I'm sweating everywhere. Yikes. Let's get into this. See what we've got for today. As I have already stated, freedom today, freedom, or at least for this message. This can resonate for you on any day and for however many days it needs to, right? This is timeless. There are no limits here. Freedom is the message today, and it's in relation to empowerment. Did you notice how my throat kind of closed up as I was saying empowerment? There is something that is robbing you of this sense of empowerment, and it probably resides for most of us here. It is something to do with expression, the voice, I can't remember the name of this chakra right now, but it's the voice, the vocal chakra, this one right here, right where your voice is, between your heart and your third eye. And it's so that involves expression, right? Like I utilize that chakra to verbalize messages coming through. Empowerment. Something, now I'm hearing impeachment. Something, some sort of entity, energy, or someone they're trying to get me to say things I don't want to talk about. This is not political, but someone needs to be impeached from your life or in your life, okay? Take that however it resonates with you, because that's the message that's coming through, and I'm just the messenger. I am not standing on any sort of side politically. This has nothing to do with politics. But that symbolism is what was necessary to convey a certain message to someone. So there we go. The Empress in Judgment. Okay, so someone is facing a judgment call right now, and it involves whether or not whomever it is or whatever it is that is under judgment right now, is it providing to the sustained abundance of your situation? okay? Judgment and the Empress. And the Empress is really standing out right now. She kind of like caught my attention. This card specifically, as I was shuffling, it kind of stood out and up as if I had like tried to shuffle any further, it would just jump out. And so I stopped and I looked, and it's the Empress. Your abundance is being called into question here, and it's not that you've necessarily done anything wrong. It's just that the boundaries need to be laid and set in order for you to continue to grow, or in order for your garden, figuratively speaking, to continue to grow. There's a judgment call that needs to be made, and this involves the energies of the Emperor, because the Emperor did show up. I believe it was in yesterday's reading. But the Emperor showed up within the last few days, and may have shown up a few times, actually, now that I think of it. But the Emperor is the one that sets, that enforces those boundaries, right? And so the Empress is coming to you, is showing herself, is stepping to you, is kind of getting in your face in the moment, and she's looking at you as if you are her masculine side, her counterpart. So you looking at her would be in that Emperor energy, and she is asking you to lay better boundaries, or to hold better boundaries, or at the very least she's communicating to you what is needed in terms of greater boundaries in your life, stronger boundaries in your life. And for some of you, it's a combination of needing to have stronger boundaries, but also needing to be able to hold those boundaries better. You know, I was just watching a video recently. Oh, damn, y'all! I opened to it again. The Empress and Judgment. I was just watching a video recently, and it was someone who channels the Galactic Federation. And yes, I was skeptical at first, but something in me was like, Eric, watch this video. And it talked about, it was describing what it's like basically to be in this fifth dimensional energy. And part of that is in fifth dimensional reality, beings need to be able to connect with each other telepathically. But in order to effectively do that, beings need to be able to connect with each other telepathically, but they also need to be able to connect with each other telepathically and kind of meld with each other in a mental way, but still be able to hold their sense of self, their own sense of self. So when you connect with someone telepathically, your energies are merging, okay? And that's why you can see, hear, and feel each other and perceive of each other, right? But it is done in a way in which, yes, your energies may be melding or merging together, but you still hold your own sense of self. Even though your energies are intertwining, there are still boundaries between you and whomever else you are connecting with, and however many of them are you still have a sense of self within that. So there are still boundaries between all of you. I know it's hard for the conscious mind, for the human mind right now, as it is as it has developed to this point. It is hard for us to really put that into perspective, but that's exactly what's happening. And so here, here, the Empress is coming through and saying, hey, we need greater boundaries. We need to define ourselves better. And we need to be able to hold that definition stronger and for longer. Well, really, for eternity. You know, it's so crazy because I really innately understand this, because I'm actually very heavily influenced by Piscean energy, but because my moon is in the 12th house. But even when, let's say, okay, so y'all have heard the description of the evolution of consciousness, in which we all are here individuated, right? But then we're basically walking up or climbing up a ladder back towards unity. And we are individualized, and we go through all of these lessons in life, and we develop and strengthen this sense of self, and then we ultimately just to go back to the source that we came from, the oneness that we came from, right? Where you might think, well, when I go back into source, I lose my identity. All of this identity that I worked so hard to cultivate, I just end up losing it when I go back home, or when I go back to the source that I came from. But you don't. You keep that individuation, but now you are again back part of the source that you came from, and your perspective is so different. You never lose your sense of individuation. That always stays with you. You worked for that. Why shouldn't you keep it? So don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid of these boundaries. Don't be afraid to love yourself enough to identify who it is you truly are and allow yourself to be it while you're still interacting with others around you, with other beings around you. Okay. Yes, and we still have the Empress at the bottom of the deck. Good. Mm-hmm. Okay, holy cards. Ooh. Okay. See, I knew it. So you have some troubling energy here, but what's happening is, and as soon as the second part of this reading came out, you guys should probably know by now, I do a 3-card spread for this. Today, in your second position, your second card, 2 cards came out. And when those 2 cards came out in relation to the first one, I was like, someone's trying to get back in. Someone or something that hurt you in the past is trying to get back in. And what you need to do is just take a leap of faith away from it. So what do you have? The 5 of Swords, the 3 of Swords to the Page of Cups, and then the Fool. With the 7 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. All right. So what I get from the 7 of Swords, because also underneath the 7 of Swords is Temperance, right? So what I'm getting from the 7 of Swords is, if they can be sneaky, you can be sneaky too. But you don't have to be sneaky in a way that intentionally hurts or vilifies. That's specific. Vilifies, intentionally hurts, maims, hinders, or vilifies something or someone. You don't have to do that. But you can be sneaky in terms of how you get the fuck up out of here. 13 on the counter. 13, death. Death, decay, fertilizer. But how the hell are you going to get the F up out of here? It's a damn good question, because you need to. That is your choice. Literally, I just heard that is your only option. Just taking some sort of radical leap of faith. That's the only way you're going to get away from this. And yes, see, I get it. And oh God, this card is so perfect right now. Thank you, Spirit. So the idea behind the Fool is that this individual is taking a leap of faith off this cliff, is just about to jump, just about to leap, or just at least about to step off of this cliff. And traditional or current human orientation would look at this mentally and say, holy shit, they're about to commit suicide because they're about to jump off a cliff and gravity's going to kick in and they're going to fall to the ground and they're going to die. Right? 14 on the counter. Okay. Well, also, this card represents confidently walking off this cliff knowing that Spirit, God, Creator, Source, Energy, the universe is going to catch them. Or you could look at it as they know they're going to fly because they can fly. So they don't see a problem with jumping off this cliff, or not even jumping, simply stepping off of this cliff, right? That's what we want you to focus on, 444 on the counter, in this situation. The fact that you know you will be supported no matter what happens. You know you can fly. You know the universe has got you. You may not know what it's going to look like on the other side, but you have the confidence, or at least you need to have the confidence that you're going in the right direction anyway. It's time to get off of this precipice, of this body of land, of 1515 on the counter, of whatever it is you need. Because now what I'm seeing is the ground that the fool is standing on here. This is the old reality that you're needing to step off of. And of course it looks like you're about to step off a cliff or something like that, because you don't know what it's going to look like on the other side. Doesn't mean there's nothing there. Just because you can't see it right now, just because you can't visualize it right now. Just because you don't know what it looks like doesn't mean it's not there. 555 on the counter. I want to go further with this, but I'm going to take it to Patreon. I love you. Either you can follow us over on Patreon, patreon.com/Divine Conversations, or not, but that's okay either way. If you guys would be interested in me putting these extended versions of the reading in memberships on YouTube versus having them on Patreon. Now, obviously, if I do that, Patreon is still going to get specific content to them outside of that. And right now, basically, YouTube memberships would be access to extended readings, maybe some live streams. I'm actually thinking I want to go live soon. If you're still here and you're listening to this, let me know if you would like that. I would like your opinion. Anyway, I love you guys. We're going to go into an extended, and we're going to look deeper into this. But I love you, and hopefully this was helpful for you. Okay, I will see you later.